What's happening, people? Thanks as always for passing by the channel, much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Don't forget as well, please, to like and share the videos. Thank you to everyone who's been doing that so far, absolute heroes. So I'm back after I've had a little bit of a 2-week hiatus. There's just not been much going on really in terms of like sporting, like big events, especially in the boxing world. I was going to do Teofimo Lopez's fight last week, but obviously he tested positive for COVID, so that got cancelled. And there's just not been many big events. Also, I have been working quite a lot, so which has stopped me from making as many videos. But I'm planning on doing some for like Connor's upcoming fight, Tyson Fury versus Johnny Wilder 3. That's going to be a big one. And of course, I'm planning on doing every stage of the Euros, which is my video today because we're on round 16 of the Euros. It's been a good little competition. There's been a lot going on, a lot of goals, lots of interesting results, but say the least. And some tragic events such as what happened with Christian Eriksen. It's good to hear that he's okay. It was really not nice to see that. And really, I'm shamed on. I'm disappointed with UEFA for making the match continue. Honestly, if someone's suspected of having COVID, it gets postponed for 48 hours. This guy had he needed CPR. Almost had a heart attack. They really should have stopped the game and just let the fans go home and then had it the next day or 2 days later. But it's good to see Denmark qualify. So let's have a look at the what's happening. So round 16 sees Wales versus Denmark, Italy versus Austria, Netherlands versus the Czech Republic, Belgium versus Portugal, Croatia versus Spain, France versus Switzerland, Sweden versus the Ukraine, and England versus Germany. Some naughty little games there. Like, for starters, we've got Wales versus Denmark. Now, I want Denmark to win that game. I really do. I think after everything that's happened to them, with the situation with Christian, the fact that they managed to come back, they had that incredible game the other night, which was against they lost to Belgium, unfortunately. That game against Russia, where they managed to squeeze it back in the end. That goal from Andreas Christensen, easily goal of the tournament so far in my book, one absolute screamer. So even though I want Denmark to win, I think Wales will do it. I just think they've got more. They did look good against Turkey, but obviously it's Turkey. They stunk the place out. And they only conceded the one goal against the Italians, who are a very strong team. So I'll go Wales to take that one. Next game we have Italy versus Austria. I mean, I think that's a gimme, really, when you look at it. Italy, 30 games unbeaten they're on. I mean, that's incredible. They'll break, and I think they did that in 1990, like back in the day. So if they win the next one, they'll set a new record. The Roberto Mancini effect is proven to be worthy. They have got to be. A lot of people slept on Italy. Now people are really kind of taking credit and noticing what these guys are capable of. They play some good football. And their team is just so well balanced. They're strong in defence, strong midfield, solid, attacking. Brilliant balance of veterans, balance of experience and youth. So I think Italy, like Austria, no disrespect to Austria, I just think in terms of levels, Italy are just much further ahead. So I think comfortable Italy win there. We got the Netherlands versus the Czech Republic. Netherlands are another team which is unbeaten. I think people are actually starting to kind of pay attention to it because they've, they've had some easier games, I suppose you call them that. They were against the Ukraine, they were against Austria, and they were against North Macedonia. So they arguably had the easiest group of them. But I think the Czech Republic, at the end of the day, Czech Republic have only had one win in the competition. That was against Scotland, and that kind of shows you the level that they're at. They couldn't do anything against England, couldn't do anything against Croatia. I think they drew with Croatia. So yeah, I think that's a pretty solid Netherlands win there. I don't see Czech Republic proving much of a challenge at all, if any, to be honest. So Netherlands to take that win. We've got Belgium versus Portugal. This is a good match. I'm really liking this one. Tough one to call because both have been seriously impressive. Belgium are another unbeaten side. Portugal have had, a mixed bag of results. They absolutely destroyed Hungary. Then they themselves got destroyed by the Germans, and then they had that epic match against France, 2-2 draw. Granted, 2 of the penalties that each side received were a little bit dodgy, but I'm not going to argue with that because it was a fantastic game of football. But I suppose, looking at it, you have to base it on which has got the better overall team. Because for me, that Lukaku De Bruyne link up is a bit special, and we haven't seen anything from Bruno Fernandes or some of Portugal's big stars. The only ones which seem to be doing anything right now are Cristiano Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva. So very, very tough one to call, but I'm going to lean ever so slightly towards Belgium win for that one. The next one we've got is Croatia versus Spain. Croatia, who they proved very, very good in their last game against Scotland, 3-1 win over Scotland. But again, it's kind of like, look at the level of opposition. Scotland have been really, really poor. They got a draw with the Czech Republic, and they obviously got beaten by England. Spain as well. Spain are on 2 draws and 1 win. So, they're technically an unbeaten side, but 2 draws and a win, is that the best? I'm going to go with Spain actually to win that one, because I just think they've got a young, hungry side, whereas Croatia, they've kind of just a team of veterans. Luka Modric is still dangerous, but I'm just going to lean with Spain. Then we've got France versus Switzerland. I think that's a gimme one. France have just been looking really, really strong. They got the win against Germany. They got the draw with Hungary, which was a surprise, but then they got that draw with Portugal. Switzerland, I just think in terms of levels, are so far behind. France's attack now with Benzema in it, he has been, an absolute blinder at the attack for France. So I'm going to go France win. And then Sweden versus the Ukraine. Sweden have got 2 wins and a draw, whereas Ukraine have got 1 win and 2 losses. Again, people were seeing Ukraine as a bit of a dark horse. They were kind of, but I think with that kind of shroud has kind of been lifted. I think I'm going to go Sweden win on that one. And then we've got England versus Germany for the final one. The old rivalry. Justice for 2010. England are undefeated, yes, but our playing style hasn't been the most entertaining. Even against, the Czech Republic, we did look a bit flat, a bit sloppy. And the Germans have had, they got beaten by France, they destroyed Portugal, and they drew with Hungary, so they've been very similar. Obviously, I want England to win. I think I'm going to lean slightly towards the Germans to win, just because I think England and Germany are neck and neck in terms of talent, but when I look at management, I think Joachim Löw and Gareth Southgate are levels apart, because I think Joachim Löw has done it. He's won the World Cup. He's working with an inexperienced side. Gareth Southgate is working with a very talented side, but not utilising them to their best strengths. He's not playing Jadon Sancho. He's not playing attackers. He's just playing defensive. So, fortunately, I'm going to have to be humble and go with the Germany win. So, overall for round 16, I'm going Wales, Italy, Netherlands, Belgium, Spain, France, Sweden and Germany, all to go through. Will I be right or wrong? Who knows? It's a fun little game, this football, isn't it? But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the games, and I'll see you next time for the quarterfinals. Peace.